Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to this video. Alright, so in this video we're going to talk about the trouble code P0520. And if you guys looked it up, it is the engine oil pressure sensor switch. And literally it reads out engine oil pressure sensor or switch circuit malfunction. And this is generally a common code for most vehicles who have this issue. And it can be caused by a variety of factors, including low oil pressure, problems with the wiring, oil filter, or an oil leak with the circuit. So essentially, this code is triggered by the PCM, which is the car's computer, and essentially the oil pressure sensor is a very important sensor, as it relays information to the car's computer on the actual oil pressure. And essentially what happens is, if the oil pressure sensor reads that the level is outside normal parameters, either too low or too high as far as the pressure is concerned, you either have too much oil, too little oil, the oil is dirty, filter is being clogged up, a whole variety of things that could actually cause this code to trip up. So if the oil pressure goes too high or too low, it could cause a variety of issues with your engine. It could seize the crankshaft and the connecting oil rods, and making the entire engine essentially non-functional. So just note that the sensor itself relays information to the car's computer. However, if there is a physical issue as far as too much oil, too little oil, it could actually cause major engine issues. So essentially, here's pretty much a readout of what could cause this code. Excessive resistance in the circuit, mechanical failure of the chain tensioners, an oil pressure issue like a low oil pressure condition, faulty oil pressure sensor and oil pressure light, use of wrong engine oil, damaged components like oil pump or relief valve malfunction, or damaged PCM that reads the code wrong, which is a rare occasion. So if you have this P0520, chances are you probably have a check engine light and it threw this code. But the various symptoms of this code are essentially poor engine performance, your oil pressure gauge reading is either probably below 25% or above 65%. You might hear a persistent knocking or clunking sound from the engine. Your check engine light is going to be on, your pressure light or your oil light will be on. You can have a misfire, and the engine might shut down, and you might have a no crank no start, or a crank no start after that if it shuts down, if you have this code. So here's what you guys should check out if you guys have this code. You want to make sure that your oil is at the right level. You do not want to have too little oil in the engine. You do not want to have too much oil in the engine. If you guys know how to read a dipstick, the oil range should be on the dipstick. It should be within that range. If it's too much outside that range, it's going to cause the issue. If it's too little outside that range, it's going to cause that issue. You might have dirty oil. It might not be old oil, it might be dirty oil. Now, if you guys have dirty oil, it can clog out, it could clog up the filter, it could cause a lot of different conditions as far as the pressure is concerned. An old oil filter, a damaged oil filter can do that, particularly with the oil filtering screens. If the screen has issues, either if filtering the oil, you're going to have issues as far as the fluidity of the oil in the system going through the oil filter. You could have an oil leak within the fuel lines. You might have a failed engine oil pressure regulator, a bad oil pump, or injectors or wires. So if you guys have this problem, you could either replace the pressure sensor with a new sensor, or make sure that the most of the time it's not going to be your oil pressure gauge that's the problem. It could be the problem, it couldn't be a problem, but chances are it's probably not. You probably want to change your oil, replace the oil filter, or before doing that, make sure that the oil is actually at the right level. A lot of these situations are caused by dirty oil, or overfilling of the oil, or the oil not being at the correct level. But an oil change could do wonders for this issue, and probably could actually eliminate this error code or this situation and get it to the correct setting as far as the oil range is concerned, if you guys just do an oil change. All right, guys, I hope this has helped you guys out. If you guys have any of your own personal experiences with this code, definitely leave a comment in the comment section. Please subscribe, please give me a thumbs up, all that good stuff. Right, guys, take care.